Flaws and all, womanhood, sisterhood, and traveling through the worst hood, adulthood, conversation from a woman's point of view. This is the S.I.S Podcast.
Hey, sis!
Hey, sis!
We're back with season 3. Hey, y'all. We are so excited to be back with this season. And, of course, they got you live. It says everybody's favorite TT.
Okay.
Hosting today's episode. And we're back with...
So I'm Fee, the entrepreneur, female boss, just travel person, all of the above, like the Jacqueline of all trades.
Because I thought we was just saying, hey, it's your girl Queen. Coming to you again, season 3 out. And your girl Quell, back again. Hello.
Very demure.
Very much so.
And of course, it's your fave girl, it's Jenny. Nice to see y'all again.
Yeah, the mean one.
We all got a little bit.
Of course, they got everybody's favorite TT, your girl, hosting this episode because what we about to talk about, we going into motherhood.
Yeah.
And your girl is not a mother, okay? So I get to ask questions for all the mothers out there. So tune in. Mothers, fathers, y'all coming up. All right, so first thing I want to talk to y'all about is, when did y'all know y'all was pregnant?
Who was pregnant? I'm just kidding.
Who was pregnant? All y'all was pregnant. I wasn't pregnant. I ain't got no children.
Kick it off, Fee.
Oh, okay. So for those who may or may not know me, I had my daughter when I was still in high school, actually. I got pregnant at the age of 14 and had my daughter at the age of 15.
That just means they ain't listening to season 2, so better catch up.
Yeah, for sure. Catch up. So when I was pregnant with my daughter, I knew I was pregnant. And especially if you haven't listened to season 2, then I really suggest that you go back and listen to it because it was some gems truly dropped in that season.
Real
Absolutely. But I kind of hid my pregnancy for a long time. I knew I was pregnant, but nobody else knew I was pregnant till probably almost 4 months.
How you did that? How you hide it?
Oh, yeah, no. My mama, she definitely didn't know.
What?
Yeah.
You just be knowing. They be having that sense.
Last season, you was just like, she took you, oh yeah, that's right.
Yes.
It came up negative.
Correct, because she had took me right after she heard that I was doing the nasty.
The day after.
Yeah. Right. So it allowed me to kind of like mask my pregnancy for a while. But I just was getting traumatized by, and I'm like someone who's like extremely honest. So if you ask me something, I'm going to tell you the truth. I mean, I tell you until you ask me. However, I'm going to tell you the truth. Right. You know, so for me, I was just praying, literally praying that my mom asked me that I was pregnant. Like,
So you could tell her?
yes.
Why you didn't just
She was
tell
trying to
her?
hide. You should have
I was 14. Who was gonna just come out, Mom, I'm
that's
pregnant?
true. That's
It
true.
had to be
Okay,
something
yeah.
that was gonna like
Child, I
prompt
would've
me.
ended that
She had to
one
be
off
prompted.
Yeah.
Till I couldn't.
No, for real though.
Lord.
But I used to like have like these little episodes where I felt like she knew. Like we would go to I think it was like Outback or something like that. And then she ordered the baby back ribs one time. And I swear, all I heard
Baby back.
But when you
baby.
get pregnant,
Yes.
everything,
Yeah.
or when you want to get pregnant, everything baby is like cute into
But
it.
I just felt like she knew what it was because she looked at me asking for a baby back ribs.
Wait, this your mama. Baby.
Back ribs. Right. No, she had no idea about anything.
Baby. Barbecue sauce.
And barbecue sauce. I did feel like she knew something, so I would pray even harder. And at this point, I'm like, Lord, just please have her to ask me. And then lo and behold, one day, you know, I come downstairs and it was so crazy because I don't know, y'all may not have been like this, but everybody used to like congregate in the bathroom. Not bathroom, don't judge me, okay? But like that would just be because it was connected to my mom's room. So we all just kind of like
come in there.
stand in there. Yeah. See, y'all was, y'all nasty.
Context to it.
I was gonna let you bring me along.
So my grandma was sitting in the bathroom and my mom was like cleaning up or whatever. So then I came downstairs and I'm asking for like medicine. She was like, oh, it must be that time of the month. And I was just like,
It ain't coming.
about that. And she was like, and she started shuffling things around, acting all nervous and stuff. She was just like, it seemed like you've been a while. Yes. So then that's when I came out and I was just like, Mom, I need to tell you something. I'm pregnant.
She couldn't tell. I mean,
No. I mean, I was.
Mama just might have been in denial.
You was a whole 4 months. Your mama didn't know nothing.
Absolutely. I had no prenatal care, no nothing going on this entire time, y'all.
Well, it's a blessing that she came out as good as she did.
She sure did. She real regular.
My pearls are clear.
Yeah, but no, y'all. My grandmother, she was in there. She was like, "Didn't I say don't ride no horse without a saddle?" Something like it was just some idiom that she said. And I was just like, "Only your grandma. Only your grandma."
Weird stuff. Ride the house with the saddle.
But it makes sense.
Riding that horse bareback.
Horse without that saddle.
No, I think she said something to the extent of bareback. Like, didn't I tell you not to ride that horse bareback? Or something like that. So, yeah, but that's what really, like, allowed me to be able to tell my mom. But I knew, back to the initial question, I knew off rip when it happened, because I was like, I think we did something that we weren't supposed to do, you know. So I kind of already knew, but I didn't know how the whole pregnancy thing worked, you know, because I'm a damn kid.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm a kid.
Yeah.
No, I knew. I've been watching baby stories since I was like 5 years old.
Oh, no, not me, girl.
You know, them TLC baby stories, you know, if you ever, back in the day,
Yes.
TLC, they used to have a baby story.
Oh, man, it
They
was
used to
so
watch-
good.
And the thing is crazy about it is they actually filmed the childbirth.
They did.
They sure
That's
did.
something. It wasn't like
That we should have
censored,
been
like,
watching. Yeah, it wasn't
No.
censored.
And
you used to
I
watch
don't
it.
think
Yeah. That's why I honestly,
should've
I
been
really wanted to be an
watching
OBGYN for like the longest time until I realized that, oh, no.
That you got playing the cootie cat all the
Yeah,
time?
as in, no, that it's,
Don't stop me.
it's not just the baby part. Right. You gotta do all the stuff
The
that comes,
whole
and I was
time.
like,
Yeah.
the STDs threw me off.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, it's not my man.
Yeah.
They got gloves, you know. Never
I think
mind.
that's probably why I ain't got no kids now, because watching that, I was like,
They're crowning.
that.
Yeah.
I don't know about all of that. Because one of them, this lady got split like a chicken leg, like just with
Not a chicken leg.
Like, that's what it looked
Okay,
like.
let's bring it back.
But going off of
you
the
know?
TLC thing, like they had a show on there that was like, I didn't know I was pregnant, and they were showing
Yes.
women that was having babies,
Literally.
went through a full pregnancy and gave
Full
birth.
cycle and everything.
Okay.
They thought they was fat.
No,
I mean,
A
no,
lot of them were
they
big
didn't-
women, though.
But some of them didn't show at all.
Yeah.
They just had back pressure, and that's the crazy thing because I didn't know I was pregnant. Jenny told me I was pregnant, so
How she tell you?
let me rewind it. Though.
TLC, your baby story.
we just told you. We just gave you the clue.
She the fake wedding.
I kind of knew, but we was working at Victoria's Secret together, and so I had started having like a little line, and I think I asked you or
the
something,
lifeline.
and I was like, I said, Jenny, this black line or whatever. She was like, let me see, and I think we went to the bathroom together or something.
We did something,
and she
yeah.
looked, and she was like, "Ooh, bitch, that line is." She was like, "You might need we need to get a pregnancy test," and so everything
I totally
was
forgot about the lifeline.
Yes, and so
Okay.
everything is like running through my mind. I'm like, oh my gosh, am I pregnant? I don't think I'm pregnant. I hope I'm not pregnant. Because literally the day before, my mom had just told me that my brother told her that he was expecting. Yeah. And so I was like, what? I'm about to be an auntie. And I was like, well, I hope she's going to be a grandma twice.
Auntie and a mama.
Right. I was like, maybe I am too. I don't know. And then when Jenny said that, I was like, maybe I need to get a test. And maybe I need to see. And so we went, she made me get a test. When she went to my house, like I couldn't escape this because I was like, I don't really want to do it. She was like, no, we're gonna go do it now. Get the test. We're going upstairs. She made me go upstairs. She downstairs waiting what the results are. This is private.
I'm surprised she didn't hold the cup while you was peeing.
Get me in my bed.
Shame.
Figure this out together. Like, why is you here? Anyway,
sisters.
here we are. And so, yes, I went upstairs, took the test, came back down, and she was like, so, and I was like, I'm pregnant, and both of them looking like, she's like, he's looking like, and I'm like,
Listen, you can't never leave your sis hanging because just in case it was like I don't really want this. You don't want to crash out by herself.
Right.
True.
Yeah.
Very true.
I always ask
was
when somebody
very
tell you if they
true.
pregnant, Are we happy about this?
Right. No, for real.
We were confused about this at first. It was a shocker. And so literally the next day I'm at work and I'm on the phone with my mom and she's talking about my brother, how she's so excited and how she can't believe this. And I was like, well, you ready to be excited again? Because I'm pregnant too. And she was like, what? She was like, oh my gosh, this is wild. This is wild.
That's so good.
Yes, and the crazy thing is that our daughters are 2 weeks apart. Now, look,
Wow.
we were supposed to give birth. Me and his girlfriend were supposed to give birth within the same week. My baby came a week early. Adrian came on Friday, and then her baby came 2 weeks late. So they're 2 weeks apart, but we were supposed to be giving birth on the same week.
Wow.
And I'm like, I told my brother, how we playing this? Like,
Right.
what we got going on?
Right. Y'all got something going on.
How far along
One
were you?
twist, activate, huh?
How far along were you when you finally took the test, though?
So I think I was 6 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was-
Dang, your little lifeline.
But
started
I
already?
had irregular periods, so I didn't know I was pregnant.
yeah.
And then I would go spans, like I went 4 months before without a period and was not pregnant. So I thought, hey, this is my normal little
That's
cycle.
the thing, because when you go to the doctor and they find out you're pregnant, they base how far along you are by
Your period.
period.
Your last period.
And so then I
Yeah.
was like, so, but if that's not when you had sex though? So that's really how women be ending up on the Maury show, not knowing who their baby daddy is because they can be
No. But it's still an estimation. Like they can't really give the specific time when the sperm hit the
But
egg.
if you going off that estimation, you could really think it's somebody else.
But they also scan the baby to get the diameters. Like it's the measurement of how big the baby is.
And so
to
they try
give
to
you-
measure it against to get a baseline. But then
Yes.
after you get to a certain like period, I want to say like once you're kind of out of that first trimester, once you're out of that first trimester, you can tell like, oh no, your baby is this long, so you're around this many weeks, or
especially
whatever.
when they do the
and so that's how
anatomy
they know
scan.
that this baby, if something is wrong, like your baby is no longer meeting the milestones that they're supposed to meet. You're supposed
Exactly.
to hit a growth you're supposed to meet a growth measurement.
That's how you know I ain't got no kids. Child.
Yeah.
I'm like, I ain't know.
The anatomy scan they do between 17 and 22 weeks definitely gives you all of those
Yeah.
It takes away the guesswork.
Oh,
so yeah.
so they just be lying when they ain't what you gonna know because they just had sex with too many people. That's why they don't know who their baby daddy is.
Well,
You know what?
I was trying to get him due diligence. You know what I'm saying? I was just trying. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they.
but I mean, if you did a whole bunch of stuff that month, you might not know. Because I mean, you have multiple partners that month.
Look,
baby,
how you having multiple partners that month?
No shade, you know. But
For the women that are out there.
Yes, be right.
yeah.
Right.
But my second
Be
baby, I have
responsible,
2
ladies.
girls. If y'all watch episode 2, you know that. But season 2, sorry. But yeah, I have 2 girls, and the second one I didn't plan, but my husband planned it. He was like, well, he was my boyfriend at the time, but we was engaged. But yeah, he wanted a child. He had no kids, and so I was like,
he knew what he was doing.
He did, and I was like, well, after a few times, I was like, well, maybe I'm not gonna get pregnant because it took a minute. It took a minute. So
and
I
it's
thought,
normally when you stop trying anyway that boom.
I would
there's a
never
kid.
try. I was
I
just
know.
having fun.
He was,
but
I hate you.
Oh,
I like the practice work too.
and he was just
we love practice.
I was just
We
having
love
fun.
the ride. But
Right.
but when I got pregnant with her, I was like, I kind of knew, I felt it because I guess just knowing it, but I felt the tug in my uterus, and I was like, I'm pregnant, but I don't want to know it, but I'm pregnant. And then I took the test, and I was like, yeah. So I did a whole little cute thing for that one. Like I wanted his mom to know, and his parents, and my parents. I bought the little ones like y'all gonna be grandparents for Thanksgiving because I found it in October, and so she was born in July, but I found it in October and made the little things for them for Thanksgiving and gave it to them, and they were all excited, and I was like, yay! So I got to do all the little cute stuff for her, but with Adri, when she was like, you gonna get this test, and I'm like,
Okay.
but we better do it this.
What you say? You asked, are we happy?
Are we happy?
Yeah.
You did not
I don't
ask
think I
me that.
asked. No, I don't think you married, girl.
You
It don't
didn't
matter if
ask
you
me
happy
that.
or not.
You was happy when you said I do.
so you told Claire that's how you found out you was pregnant. Jenny told you.
Jenny's the baby
No, what
whisperer.
I'm saying, when
she
when
told
she found
me-
out I was pregnant, she ain't asked me if we happy.
You supposed to be an equal opportunity friend. You
No,
can't
Come on.
It's equal
Season
opportunity.
2.
Yeah.
Season
That's
2.
right. That's right.
So
Yeah.
wind the back, and then you'll know.
Yeah, that's
Because
that's
of what she
that.
had going on.
And not only that, but like I said, you married. You happy.
You said
But
I do.
not necessarily. They might have still been wanting to enjoy being married.
Married, but you know, we didn't say we
Y'all
wanted to
look
be
too happy because y'all
happily
produced the
pregnant.
child.
We didn't say nothing
It's a difference.
Y'all have a triathlon.
Tell your story.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, guys. So the first pregnancy we actually was trying because we were like having miscarriages and stuff, and I didn't know we were pregnant, but I was on him. I was like, hey, give me some nut. I need a sperm grabber. We were trying to get pregnant. Okay, we had been married for 5 years. I was like, I want a baby.
That'd be the best sex these men ever get when a woman trying to get pregnant. It'd be like, Daddy, you ready?
You be saying you want all these rounds.
Okay, get it. Get it.
He was so exhausted though. He was doing this shred program. The ass was Abby, and I was Beyonce. Surfboard. He was sweet. Wake up, give me some nuts.
I still stuck. Give me some nuts.
Right.
That's crazy.
That is wild. That is wild kingdom.
That's how they was on that movie. What to expect? What You're expected. And that one lady and with her husband, she was like,
he was
it's at the
exhausted.
clock.
Right.
At her daggone at her office to make him go into the back room.
Right, it's
She gonna
6 o'clock.
Tell her daggone the fat lady. Go tell the fat lady. Oh, we went to the back. I'm taking Harry to the back.
Yes, baby, I need it.
Now,
So, I was a vampire for real. Like 3-4 times a day. Give me some nut. He was like peeking through the door. He's scared. I'm like, come on.
He pulled up to the house sitting there like, oh, damn. Gotta go do this shit again.
do this shit one more time.
Y'all know the saying,
That's such a good problem to have.
It is.
For a man, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a man going through drought, so hey.
Yeah.
And y'all know how they say whoever do the most work, that's how you gonna tell what
Yeah,
the
who
sex
the
gonna
baby.
be. Like if
Yeah.
the man do the most work, it's gonna be a
Well,
boy.
you had a boy,
Right. I'm like, I work myself. But yeah, the first one we were excited and we found out at 6 weeks. I didn't know, but we were trying, as y'all had heard. But this one. Nah, I thought I had the flu or something. I was trying to get
Y'all heard this
I
one.
spoke this baby
and
right.
I was like, that's why I said she didn't ask me if I was happy. And I was, for the record, I was mad with Jenny. Because every time she saw me,
She was putting a baby on you.
Yeah.
I hate when folks do that.
Well, because if y'all
I'm
tuned
living my
in
best life.
to season 2, y'all would have known I was pregnant last season. And as you can see, I am no longer pregnant because the baby is here. And I have transferred my pregnancy.
Oh, well, that's some
keep
bullshit.
transferring
That's
right
what
now.
y'all doing. If this is a transfer portal?
Sign me out.
I don't want no part.
Get me out of here.
Nothing.
No, I don't
But
want
I done told my friend I wanted us
I
to
don't
do
want
this
it.
pregnancy thing together anyway because our sons are like 10 months apart.
Yeah.
And now these babies is about to be about that
Yeah, because
same.
I'm doing
Y'all keep that right there.
Y'all remember
Keep
they
that right
doing
there.
pregnancy packs. Like,
I wasn't with it. I
What
was
are
with the
girlfriends
fake.
for if not to have a pregnancy pack?
clearly you was when you was up there
I'm about to
getting
leave
through it.
y'all.
Something like this. You know what I'm saying? Say, give me some nut. Okay.
I ain't say give me no
want no
nut
part.
this time. Nah.
Well, clearly
I
you
said pull
said
out
so.
nut anywhere, but
But please pull out.
yes, please.
Listen,
the pull out
staunch
game,
difference
yo, it
from
ain't
when
working.
you
no
not
more.
trying to get pregnant.
Yeah.
So when you trying to get pregnant sex,
I don't know what that feels like. 'cause
It's different.
It was all
It is.
surprises for me.
oh well.
I was always just like, oh, I'm just here for the fun. And
Well, I guess that takes me into when I knew I was pregnant. I know, like with Iman, had y'all listened to season 1, I was pregnant at my wedding.
Yeah.
Child,
But-
the ghetto.
He was, we had, I think it was a combination of, we were already married for a year in the first place. But number 2, we had just gone through so much loss. And so, and I hadn't seen.
Because of COVID.
Yes, and because we have been in a long distance relationship, and so I literally hadn't seen him, and it was the longest span of time in our relationship that we had gone without seeing each other up until that point. So I think I had left.
Yeah, she touched down and got pregnant the second that she went and got
Yeah, because it was January. First of all,
it said build up.
asked me
Give me that
how, when I got pregnant. I don't need you to tell my story.
Her story.
As you can tell, I'm still irritated by it.
So yeah, because it was like I literally came back January 2020, and I didn't see him again until October.
Yeah.
And so, literally, it was just like,
Give me that nut.
we kind of it was like, we pulling out or we not pulling out? And it was like, oh, we not pulling out.
We coming together.
Pull up the garage.
Listen, we and it was just giving. Honestly, it was on some like whatever happened type.
Yeah.
You know, we was just having fun.
Y'all
And
was
honestly,
enjoying, baby.
I knew when I was pregnant because I know the night that it happened, literally, because we was in our friend's house.
Not too descriptive.
Or whatever.
Right. What friend this is?
But no,
Put
what
yourself
I'm
in the
saying
chat
is
box
were
at
in
the
our
bottom
friend's house
if
because
you're
our
that
house was being
friend.
renovated. So we was staying at our friend's house or whatever. And literally, like,
At your friend's house?
And busted up on their bed.
You know what? Can y'all let her finish her story?
listen,
Cock their legs.
mind your business.
Be quiet.
Yeah.
We all minding your business that you telling. Talk about my business. Telling your business.
First of all, listen, couples do what couples do no matter. Listen, if you got them in a room, they're going to do what they do.
They These are
Okay?
true.
They love each other.
And that's just it.
These
So
are
yes,
true
we was at
facts.
our friend's house.
We don't care nothing about
And
it.
literally that night after, he always knocked out sleep, child. And I woke up and I had the worst cramp. Like, it was like, I said, oh, this implantation. I already know what's good. We pregnant. And sure enough, like a week and a half
Not
later.
implantation.
I knew, I promise you, 'cause it was like a different, it's not like period cramp.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was like
It's-
that. And like, you was like, oh my God.
It's like something digging.
Yeah, it was like crippling. And I was like, I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
Oh,
I already knew. I was like, I'm pregnant. And sure enough, a week and a half later, I went, my stepsister is a doctor. And I was like, girl, you already know the drill. Come get this blood.
Right.
She came and did her little thing. She was like, Viola said, and that's how we knew it. Iman and then Nunu. Once again, like all our one thing about he don't never miss, child. We ain't never got to worry because
My brother.
yeah, it's like when we say we
My
get
brother.
pregnant, the week later
We pregnant.
we pregnant.
Dang.
And sure enough, with Nunu, like during Ramadan,
Them soldiers marching.
they march.
He's healthy. He's a healthy boy.
During Ramadan, we had talked about it because I was just like, okay, mine's like going on 3 or whatever, and we was like, that's a good time period, and I was like, I'm getting older, and I was like, I don't want to wait too long or whatever. Let's just get it done and over with.
Right.
They don't got. It's not no shade. It's just true. I'm in your 20s and your 30s. Pregnancy is different, child.
Man.
We gonna
What I
talk
hear.
about that. But literally, so I was just like, and we're like, is it the right? We had just bought a house. It's like, we trying to figure out, finances and all that kind of. Because children is expensive.
They sure.
And it was just kind of like
Childcare.
Ramadan always brings clarity, and something, anything I asked in Ramadan, it always brings clarity, and it was just like, Allah was like, trust me. Listen, you gonna be taken care of. Them kids gonna be taken care of. Do what you gotta do. And sure enough, I went. I think I went on a work trip.
Yes.
I went on a work trip and was just like, oh yeah, we trying to get pregnant. I came back from that work trip and I was pregnant, child.
Wow.
Yep.
Congrats to y'all.
Just navigating the sperm to the egg.
I mean, sheesh. Talk about understanding the assignment.
Yeah.
I understood. Well, after all of them daggone interesting how you knew you was pregnant, what was it like being pregnant? What was your experience being pregnant?
So I'll hop in for this one. Each pregnancy is completely different.
Absolutely.
For me,
I guess that's what you're saying is different in your 20s and your 30s.
well, no,
Not
I
only
just
that,
think
just
it's
pregnant.
yeah, just like the
different
pregnancy
age.
and like in general. So I have 3 children. My daughter, which is the oldest, and then I have 2 sons. And with Janiyah, because she was the first and I was a kid, being pregnant was, I didn't really know what to expect. I did watch like the baby shows and the baby center and all that kind of stuff. But honestly, I didn't really want to know what birth was like. I'm one of those people, I just rather do it. I don't want to
Experience it.
scare myself into not, I'm very impulsive. So, I'll just go with it. So with her, I don't remember being like extremely, oh no, I do remember actually, yeah, because I was still in school. I was sleepy as hell. And Like, I was falling asleep. People was giving me their plates at lunch. Like, and this was before anyone knew, because people at my school didn't know until I was 6 months pregnant. Because I literally hid that pregnancy. Like, until I was about 6 months, that's the only time that people at school knew that I was pregnant. Once they knew that, then I got, you know, that special treatment from everybody and all that kind of stuff. So pregnancy was cool and great up until, you know, delivery time. But with Journey, I think that was like a smooth pregnancy. Like, I just was irritable, but you know, it was a pretty smooth pregnancy. And then with my last son, I would say that his was the smoothest. I was just ready to get him up out of there. Like, it wasn't like,
you should know this, sir.
Yeah, that middle child, I kind of spent a little bit, because I was older. So like with Journey, I did more of the like nursing him and all that other kind of stuff. And you know, yeah, because he was the first baby that I was like a adult having a kid with. But that last one reaped all the benefits, baby, because Lord, he know he a whole special case. But yeah, pregnancy was different each go round, whether it was me being extremely sick during the first trimester or me just like completely glowing. Because I think with Zaire, it was a glow. It was just like, because that was a planned pregncy. So that was something that, and it's different when you actually planning it versus, oh, dang, I'm pregnant. Shit. How many months I got? How much time I got in here? You know, so for that one, you know, yeah, it was just different. All three of them.
Yeah.
All three of them.
That's nice. Yeah, I was always on some like, what now, huh? Okay. But with Adriana, I get what you're talking about being irritable, because a lot of people told me that I was, well, I hate to say it like this, but I kind of like people already. I'm not a people person, but I can be a people person. I make myself be one. But if really just going into my own person,
yourself be a people person.
Yeah,
well, you can because I really don't care for being around people all the time. But when I am around people, I know how to feel the room and how to be a part of it. But if I had to choose my preference, I would rather just be by myself. Like, I can be in a room pitch dark and go to sleep with no sounds on it. They'd be like, you are crazy. They'd be like, you need to turn your TV on. Why you got what a noise at? And I'm like, I'm see, but I love it. I can be in a jet black room, just laying in the bed and sleep.
Me too.
It's a Sagittarius.
But we're a Sagittarius. Yeah,
it's a Sagittarius. Because we only have one or two modes.
Yeah.
We only have one or two. We either the life of the party or we chill.
Yep.
So we don't have it in between. So, I mean, they say I was mean. I didn't think I was, but a lot of people told me around me, you know, you gotta look outside yourself. But yeah, I was pretty irritable, and I was in school. I was going to get my.
You, sis?
I probably would. You probably. But I mean, I was in school. I was working. I was in grad school, and you know, trying to understand what's going on in my body. But I had unicorn pregnancies, both of them. Like, I didn't get sick. Other than me knowing I never got sick. I didn't really feel the pressures of like being pregnant until the third trimester. Like I said, I got periods every 4 months. So I wouldn't even know I was pregnant until I got that line or whatever, but I never like throw up, feeling nauseated, feeling bad.
No, I think I was just, I only remember being hungry. Right, no, for real. I only remember being hungry and sleepy. I don't remember like being sick though. But that was a long time ago.
And then it wasn't even being like sleepy because I had to study all the time. So like Adriana really helped me to graduate. I believe she listened to all the lectures and stuff and helped me pass because child, I was tired, but I had to still stay up and study. So I was like, she gonna be up all night. She is not gonna sleep. And lo and behold, when she came out, she slept all night. And I was so impressed.
She was tired of studying with you. You was like, thank God. She was finally going to sleep.
But she retained it all because the girl is quick. The girl is like, she is very, she retained all that information. I was like, you ready for college? Soon as you came out the womb? Okay. Right. And Amina, again, it was that's how it was even worse with Amina being mean. So I guess I should not get pregnant again because my attitude would be bad. But
I think I'm just mean though, but
and then I had 2 girls, so I don't know if that is a factor.
I think so, because I was mean as shit with Nunu.
Yeah.
Girl, but that's
have our Jenny back.
Maybe get very.
Maybe it's the girl.
Very like
our Jenny back.
Yeah, but
I'm not all the way here, but
Nah.
What about you, Quinn?
You've been nice. You've been nice. I don't like being pregnant, y'all. The baby is sweet, having the baby, but the pregnancy.
Yeah, it's I don't know how surrogates do it. Like
Me neither.
First of all, you couldn't pay me to hold somebody else's baby and go through all that, and they just gonna get it from me after I done did all this work. You
Exactly.
I
crazy.
don't like being pregnant. Yeah, my first pregnancy was during COVID, so I was at home. Everything was virtual. I still worked through. Yeah, but I was just like throwing up every morning. Every time I brush my teeth, you're throwing up. You know, I'm tall, so you have the lower back pain. I'm like,
and you drag that wagon, so
I'm like,
So she got
already
double
enough.
Yeah.
You know, it's enough, baby
And I was
girl.
irritated because working out is my therapy, and I could not go outside. I like to be outside. I like to be in the gym, lifting weights and stuff. And COVID had us locked down. I was miserable.
outside.
I really was. And this one, it just was the migraines was horrible. I'm like, this child trying to take me out. So I'm like,
But now
Then
you
you
ain't got the migraines no more, so you should be happy.
And then you can't take medicine like that when you got migraines.
No, but that's why. So one thing that one thing that
Waiting on
I had
August.
suggested to her is because I have chronic migraines, and
did.
when my neurologist, I used to be on what's called gabapentin, and you can't take that when you're trying to get pregnant. So what he asked, what advised me to take was magnesium oxide.
Yeah.
And so I suggested the magnesium oxide to her, and
Yeah.
it really does help, whether pregnancy or non-pregnancy.
Right, non-pregnancy.
And then you ain't got to take all those, chemical medicine.
and my OB suggested it the next appointment, and it already was at the house because
Yeah.
Jenny had already sent it. But them migraines was bad. I had them for 2 months, and it was like shades. I was like, they're gonna think my husband whooping in my ass. I'd be walking down the hall like, put my glass. But it was really bad, y'all. I wouldn't wish that on my worst
doing
enemy.
your
The
body.
migraines.
See,
I was
this,
like,
you know what I'm saying? Y'all just making Auntie Hood sound even more appealing. I'm telling you.
No, I mean,
It's not
everybody
all
is different. You
bad.
see,
It is. Everybody's
I didn't have
different.
all
You see,
that.
Queez had unicorn
Yeah,
pregnancy.
blessed and highly favored.
Hey,
Yeah,
I don't know if I can do it a third time.
though, because it's like it's like child. It's like daggone Forrest Gump. You don't know what you're gonna
Nah,
get.
you don't.
You don't. It's a
And
Russian roulette.
I don't like them kind of odds.
Yeah.
Well, I know with mine, like with Iman, the first
And we
trimester-
related, so I'm real nervous.
No, but even with siblings, like everybody's pregnancy is
It'll be
different.
It with twins, they
yeah.
have different stuff.
With Iman, his was like first trimester was shit. I was spitting. I spit the whole first year.
And it was
Most
disgusting. It was disgusting. In a bottle, too. I was like, why aren't you catching it?
Not
That's
like you
what
got
it
red man up under there.
It's just foam, like it's just building up in your mouth.
not only
It's
that,
put it in a bottle.
I'm actually getting nauseous thinking about
Okay, me
It
too.
was the
Can we
bottle.
not? Okay, thanks.
Fast forward.
So anyways, with him, like I spit my whole first trimester and I was really, 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 really nauseous. But literally when they say that second trimester is like it comes with freedom.
Yeah.
When I
It
say
does.
12 weeks hit and it was like everything was gone. And like I really just was like, I was glad I wasn't in Nigeria no more. No shade. I love my country, but it is not great to be pregnant when you like to eat.
Right.
I was like, with my crab leg sandwich, with my Chipotle, I want Chick-fil-A sandwich. Can I get a burger? And I'm talking about at any time of the hour. Things don't shut down at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. If I wanted something at 2 o'clock in the morning, I need it now. But pregnancy with Iman, like once I got through the second trimester, it was cool.
Yeah.
Like I literally worked all the way up
You
until
just gotta make it out that first
I had him.
One hit of that starter
You
block.
hear me?
And so it was, and everybody was just like, "Oh, you're glowing, you're so pretty." But I really, because it was COVID, was still kind of
you
like,
was glowing.
I was in the house a lot. So if you didn't see me, you didn't even know I was pregnant.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't have known if you didn't have the spit bottle.
Yeah,
Right. That was a dead giveaway.
I knew. I knew.
Why?
But
Why
I
you
told her-
catching it? That's
No, but even before then, I knew.
But,
But then again,
But
you know, we're
anyway,
siblings.
Yeah.
with Nunu, oh, baby, if I didn't already know that she was going to be my last prior to just saying I knew I only wanted 2 kids, anyway,
Right.
you cannot pay me to do pregnancy again.
Yeah. No.
Like it's just not. When I say
I was
it
gonna
was,
ask y'all if y'all wanted
it
more
was
kids.
absolutely the hell no. When I say it was the absolute worst pregnancy ever.
And then in the 30s
From
too.
the time, yes, from
It's
the
different.
time, and it's not like, and I'm 32, and so from the time that it was like I found out I was pregnant, literally a week later, nausea,
Yeah.
throwing up, back pain, sciatica started week 10,
Lord.
and never stopped.
Wow.
I had sciatica the entire I'm literally, anytime I had to like go somewhere or whatever like that, I'm in a wheelchair. Then literally I'm in physical therapy twice a week. I'm at the chiropractor twice a week. I'm in doctor's appointments every week. I got to go through for ultrasounds because Imam was early. So I had to go through ultrasounds to get cervical checks every week. And then, what happened? My cervix started to shorten. So then I had to continue going to doctor's appointments. I had to take progesterone. I had to insert that inside of my vagina. Then I got gestational diabetes and I had to go on insulin. So I had to needle myself, sticking myself.
You ain't helping
and then I had
Tiwa
to do insulin. Then
Murphy's Law.
listen, then I get to the end and they're like, you have gestational hypertension. And they're like, and honestly, it was a blessing in disguise because the gestational hypertension was what would let them say, we can induce you this week. Yes. Get the baby out.
Right.
Today.
Now.
Today. The nausea never stopped.
Ready for that.
Wow.
You know,
Being
and
the support.
it was when I say sitting up was painful, standing up was painful, walking was painful. Everything was painful.
Wow.
So when I say no.
The journey, journey of a
Pregnancy,
woman.
no.
Men don't know. They don't know.
So it sounds like, you know what I'm saying, whenever
The
that
80 pounds is painful.
whenever that time comes for me, it's gonna be like, you ain't have more than one kid. It depends how that first one goes.
But you know what? The first
If it
one is
don't go-
deceiving though.
If
It
don't
makes
go,
you feel like you can do it again once you have it, and then you be like, "Wow, I did that to myself."
Yeah, because I was definitely, by child, especially by Zaire, I was inducing myself. I wasn't waiting on nobody to induce me to do nothing, child. I had plans with my life. I knew about the casserole.
Wait a minute.
The casserole and the egg. I already,
It's supposed to induce
it
like your
sure
contractions
do.
and stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Did you know about the okra water?
You gotta
No, I don't like okra though. Yeah. That casserole, yes.
Yeah.
That eggplant. It's all kind of things out there that help get that baby up out your
But did it
sex.
work though? Did it work?
Oh yeah, sex for sure.
Oh yeah. The sperm.
The sperm.
It does
thins,
help.
the,
Yeah.
Things your
the
cervix.
Yep.
Yeah.
hold on.
Baby,
How
I was
you
trying to. Everything.
But did it work
Everything.
though?
So
that far
yes.
along when the baby that big, like it's got a whole head?
They will tell you, like doctors, there's some doctors who, when you're in the hospital, they will tell you, like if your cervix isn't dilating,
Yeah.
they will
They
say,
can do
have
Please
sex
go
with your
have sex.
husband.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, and walk.
Yeah.
Yes.
The walking in and the
And the medicine bed,
Baby, we had
the
sex
medicine
whole
ball.
time,
Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, we know you just keep having sex.
But it's the best time to do it.
It's like the most freedom when you pregnant.
And then your stomach got that big, so you don't have no hazard.
man living a good life.
There's no hazard. You can have as much sex as you want to because you can't
You
get
ain't
pregnant
gotta
twice.
pull out, but the pull out ain't working.
I mean, you wouldn't do it in the first place.
Right.
But I
it
mean,
ain't work. But you know,
I'm like, you was just banging on that baby head the whole daggone time.
I mean,
Baby got a concussion.
now he got a dick in the middle of his head. Why your baby got a dick when it came out?
All right, y'all play.
The measurements is meshing up. Listen, the dent in the head or the width of the. I'm just saying.
who measured it? Was inside the whole time.
Yeah,
I
it
look
was.
at him.
And when nothing to do but to jump.
Come on, big fella.
Come on, that big man.
All right, Big Daddy Drake.
I'm tired. Let's go.
Man, I love that.
But it relieved my lower back pain.
And I bet it did.
You been
I
over,
love that.
baby.
Your own personal chiropractor. I hear you.
Listen, I love that. I swear I do. Y'all stupid.
Y'all silly for real. I'm like, well, if it's like that, I might enjoy it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, don't knock it till you try.
Enjoy, but I just hope I don't get the rest of y'all.
Girl,
Because I don't want that.
I don't pray it on nobody.
Them two did pretty good.
Look,
Being-
hey,
I don't
I'm
want
2 for
that.
2. I don't know if I can do a third time.
Listen.
Yeah, I don't want. I mean, I love my children, but
Yes.
like my kids are all 6 years apart, so
Oh, that's
Like,
6.
and Zaire is 9, so I'm comfortably out of that stage.
That
of-
baby making stage.
Yeah. And I really
I'm
just don't
comfortably
want.
out of it, too.
I'm not I'm not a fan of like
With the
pregnancy. Maybe like the benefits you get from being pregnant. You know, some people they like are attracted to that. The people buying you
Yeah.
things. People
Yeah.
Extremely nice.
Yeah, but that still ain't enough for me because
It's so not.
That's
Not to carry
that goes
it.
into my last question was like, what is it that you enjoyed the most about pregnancy? Because y'all told me a lot. You told me what it is. You told me how you told it.
Okay, so yeah, so now we got to bring it back in to make it seem like we enjoyed it. Okay, let me
What
think.
did you actually? Because we done went a whole lot of other ways. But what did y'all enjoy
Let me tell you the one thing
pregnancy.
about pregnancy. Because there's only one thing
ahead.
that I enjoyed about pregnancy, especially with this last one.
She came out.
Well, that.
That's the most enjoyable.
And that's the real one.
Well, that.
That's the given.
Two things.
Two things. Baby, can you help me? Baby, can
Baby, can you do
Can you
honeydew?
do this? Baby.
You had a whole honeydew. I love that.
honey, baby, when I say I did not leave that bed.
Yeah, as you should not have.
Baby, can you do? And he was just, okay. No, okay.
He's so sweet
Listen,
though.
2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
2 o'clock.
bro.
Listen, and it got to a point where when I say I knew he was tired of me.
Yeah, I know.
Because he would be on his way home.
Tired of her for him.
He would be on his way home. Get home. And then I think of something like, babe, can I get a Reese's Cup ice cream?
Yeah.
And he'd be like, all right.
Ah,
So I turn over.
go get that man some real quick.
All right. Can I get a popsicle? I want a Snickers ice cream too and a bag of chips. He'd be like, what's open?
Oh.
I'd be like, 7-Eleven always open.
Right.
He's like, all right. So that's the only thing baby can.
Yeah. The honeydew.
But that's
Honeydew
how I
this,
got
honeydew
out of
that.
picking up water. Like when I got pregnant, I was like, I'm not supposed to pick this water up or whatever. Because before then, when I go to the store, I was getting all the groceries out the car,
Yeah.
doing everything myself.
Oh, no, I
and then
was
when I
never
got
doing
pregnant, it was like my arms just didn't do that anymore.
didn't
Like
work.
my body doesn't do. Oh, she don't pick a grocery.
Right. What is that?
We don't do those things. I'm not supposed to lift over 5 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like having him to get the water. Babe, could you get the water out the car for me? And can you do this for me? He's, okay. I was like, oh, I like this. Wait a minute. But yeah, that was the perk.
Yeah.
And then the attention.
Yeah.
The attention
Yeah.
you get.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're so cute. Look at your
That's what I
belly.
said. A lot of people
Don't touch me without
Exactly.
you can touch me. But yeah, like the looks and the
Yeah.
you're glowing.
Oh, sit down. No.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
I'll get that
The
for you.
mannerism. Yeah, keep it going. Keep it going.
You sit in that chair.
I
I'll get that for you.
The catering.
Mind your business.
Yeah.
That part.
Yeah, it worked. Oh my gosh. Sit in that chair. I'll get that for you. I'll grab
yeah.
that for you.
Yeah.
Don't worry
Are you
about
hungry?
that. Yeah.
Let me get you something.
You want something else to eat? What you want to eat today? I
Absolutely.
got you.
Yeah.
You want to take
Oh.
a nap in the middle of the workday? Sure.
Yeah, go to your car.
Right.
Take a nap. Take an extra 30 minutes.
Yeah, I think that's where we learn manipulation from.
Yeah.
And
'cause it
it's such a
sounds
beautiful
very
experience.
But it's just like,
you
I
need
don't
it.
know. It makes other people happy. When
It
somebody
does.
is pregnant
It
or
does.
something.
It does.
'Cause
Yeah.
It is like, I be having breakfast waiting for me at work. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, who got me this? Thank y'all. The snacks.
You need it though.
It's the perk.
Yeah, for
I
me,
would say probably when Jenny had Iman, yes, because I was maybe it was because I was about to be an auntie for the first
Right.
time, and I was
Mhm.
like
It was the
excited
first.
about that.
Yeah.
And child, my ex at the time, he hated it because I refused to cook anything for that nigga. But anytime
Jenny.
Jenny called and she was like,
Yeah.
TT, can you make me? All right.
Not the TT.
Yeah.
Not the TT.
Right.
She laid it on heavy.
laid it on real heavy.
TT, can you make?
the
And I'll
sweet
go to the
voice.
grocery store.
Right.
I'm like, all right. He'd be like, what you doing?
But see, y'all got to remember, Juwan wasn't here.
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
she
you're
was
right.
like,
So
no,
PT was
was
like
the
my
baby-
surrogate.
Yeah.
daddy. She
Yeah.
was my baby daddy.
Yeah.
Give it up for the
I was the pappy of that there baby.
Yeah.
All right. So for me, I think the most beautiful part of being pregnant was like watching my body evolve because like when they say that women carry strength, it is so true. Our bodies go from being these cute, slim, thick things to
This.
to expanding to carry life.
Yeah.
Like to know that I was carrying life, I think And of course, I didn't look at it like that my first child because I was a kid. I probably didn't even look at it like that my second child. But with Zaire, I definitely was obsessed with how my body evolved in order to carry him. So being able to hear the heartbeat, being able to see his movements and how he disforms my entire body, like those were things that it was just like, wow, like it hits you that I'm going to be a mom. You know, so I think those are the beautiful moments of pregnancy, knowing that, you know, all of my hard work and my sickness, even though they come out and they don't even want to fool with us like that. Right. And we don't do all this.
Yeah.
But to know that my body is capable of producing another human being, I think that's what makes pregnancy such a beautiful experience. And honestly, if you have it with someone that you can truly share that moment with, you know, and I know that there's a lot of women that have to go through pregnancy alone, and pregnancy isn't something that you should go through alone because it really pulls on your mental. It pulls on your emotional. There are times when you don't feel beautiful, you feel big, you know, and while everyone else may be saying, oh, you have a glow, you like, oh, but no, because look at my nose. My hair is thinning. My, you know, this baby is pulling. My baby, Zaire took my booty. Like, I literally did not have a butt, and that's hard. Because I've always had a butt. But he literally pulled.
Your butt definitely got small when you was pregnant with Zaire.
Exactly. I mean, I lost weight during that pregnancy. Like, I didn't even gain any weight throughout my entire pregnancy till the last month.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I had literally lost weight my entire pregnancy. You know, so carrying, like I said, each child is completely different, but I'm so appreciative just to like have that experience. It's not an experience that I want to continue to do, but for those who may be new to it and not necessarily true to it, I say embrace your journey. Right. Like, because it can be a beautiful thing and it's tailor-made. So it's not going to be the same for every single person. How you carry your pregnancy, how you decide to look is going to be completely up to you. You know, so I definitely say anyone who's, you know, thinking about having a baby or any of those kind of things, like think about the kind of mom that you want to be during your pregnancy. Because if you want to be that dolled up one, or maybe you want to be the one that's always in sweats, but honestly, you're going to look back at your photos and be like, dang, I wish I would have did my hair this day, or I wish I would have done that. So, you know, I will say carry your pregnancy how you want to carry it, especially after that first trimester, because you may be in sweats that whole first trimester. Because you're just sick of ripping and running and being sick and going to the bathroom and all that kind of stuff. But once you get into that glow, I definitely say embrace it.
Yeah. Anything else anybody, you know, would say to everybody that wants to get pregnant, is pregnant? Because we got people in all stages right now.
Don't look at me, chick.
I mean, I don't want to get pregnant. I go back and forth because sometimes I'll see like little doo-doo and I'm like, oh my gosh.
And the outfits for the little girls be so cute.
Look,
They are so tea now.
It's the absolute setup because
It is.
I have 2 girls and they have so many beautiful things for girls.
And then y'all got good hair and all that. You got that natural girl hair. Please
Let's
don't
not
touch.
talk
I just
about.
touched it, my bad.
No, you're good.
Okay,
like no, about the hair though. Girls are beautiful. They have so many great things for girls. But the thing is, you see, I have a lot of hair. My girls have a lot of hair too. I can never keep all our hair done at the same time. So it is a chore. It's a chore, and I don't pay for it. I do it myself. So my whole weekend is covered.
strong.
So, but just to
He said you strong.
You is strong.
But going to what you were saying, like it really hit home for me about like the anatomy changes of your body, the scientific part of it, like how your organs move and maneuver to allow this growth of this child. Yeah, like absolutely. Your organs move out the way to allow the room for your belly to grow and for your child to grow and for there to be room. And then once you expel that child, your body having to form back. So like what you're going through with, you know, the postpartum of having that child come out, you know, your body has to shift back and find the normality of yourself.
I just want y'all to know it don't sound beautiful when you say it like that. I'm telling you now.
Well, baby, your body will never be the same.
It will not.
After
but it's a beautiful thing that you can only do. Only women can do that. Like that. Yeah. So a man cannot carry a child and do the things that we do.
Yo, it just reminds me of Men in Black. Every time I think about that, I think about Men in Black when that alien came out the belly.
It's more sentimental. Go ahead, finish, girl. We try to wrap the show up and make it feel like we just said some powerful stuff. Give us a second. Go ahead. Finish, girl. Put that close pause and touch on it.
I said all that to say.
Right.
That it's a very beautiful thing. It's a very human thing because it's one of the things that our bodies allows us to do and to recover from. And it's a process. And so I was talking to Judy about that yesterday. Like, it's a process your body have to go through. It's 9 months you're carrying this child.
Yep.
It's going to take that and more sometimes to get back to that normalcy of your body, that balance that you need to have. So it's all embracing that. You know, if you want to have a child, don't be afraid of those things because it's one thing that you have to experience that you can't if you don't go through it. Like, people can tell you about it, but your experience could be totally different. And it's your testimony. Yeah. So you should look at it as an experience that you want to walk. Yeah, so you want to walk through it so that you can say, okay, this is how my experience was. And it might help someone else, you know, that might be going through the same things that we didn't go through. So look at it from that aspect of it.
I do love a good testimony. Yes, Lord.
Really good. My favorite part, or you know what I really liked about being pregnant, was the ultrasound. Seeing my baby on the ultrasound and seeing them do little things.
Right.
And it's like,
boy, you act just like your mama.
You're not sick in that moment or whatever.
Yeah.
And my little boy always had his legs bust wide open. So we all knew what he was going to be.
He act like his mama.
I mean, he was like, we already know.
Big daddy.
For big daddy only for people that
Peeing all day, every day, you know.
But he always, like, he'll have his little hands behind his head.
He trying to protect himself. That's why he trying to protect
Girl, he was fine.
He trying to no more.
I ain't think about that. It's his own personal helmet. Like, where you coming? Where you coming?
But I always look forward to see what they were doing next because you don't get an ultrasound every visit, right? So I always was looking forward to see what he was doing, child. Because one time he was like this.
Oh. Yeah, he was sick of y'all. That's what it was.
And now he's my little Muhammad Ali. So it all was worth it.
Still fighting for his life.
He's Muhammad Ali.
Right.
He is Muhammad Ali.
From the womb.
He is Muhammad Ali, baby. But
I love
like everything we said, it's all worth it when you see your baby.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Like, it'll bring you to tears. You're gonna cry when they give you your baby and lay your baby on your chest.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. He looked at me, I looked at him, and I was like, oh. So it's all worth it. It's very much travailing for a great end.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, we said it.
Yeah. I think y'all really said it all. Because, I mean, you know, pregnancy is, every pregnancy is different. You know, for those that, you know, want to get pregnant, do what you have to do for you, honestly speaking, because don't take anybody else's story and make it your own. Mm-hmm. You know, for those who are finding complications in getting pregnant, do your research, you know, and find communities of people who are having the same struggle, because they can connect you. They could probably put you in connection with people who could really, you know, get you to where you want to be. But, you know, pregnancy is a journey. Mm-hmm. Don't make anybody else's journey your journey. Right. And enjoy it while it lasts, because it is only 9 months. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And, you know, before you know it, just as quick as it came, is as quick as it's over. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And, you know, you only get those moments for that moment. Mm-hmm. And so even though, especially with Nunu, I hated the pregnancy, I know that I'm never going to be pregnant again. Mm-hmm. And that in itself is a sad thing. You know, you miss it, you know, or whatever. But it's like, you appreciate what you had to do it for. So I encourage.
Don't cry and mess up that makeup.
Girl. But, you know, so anybody who wants to do it, you know, put in all the effort that you can and that you want to do into doing it. Because it's a very beautiful thing that only we can do.
Yeah.
Aww.
So. It is.
Y'all so cute and sentimental. I hope y'all enjoyed that, because we're back, season 3, episode 1. So tune in for the rest of the season, because we got more tea, more conversations, more motherhood talk, and fatherhood. All right, coming to you live and live in color. And on that note, hey sis, we out. Bye sis.